عندنا حقيقتان. الحقيقة الأولى أن المنطقة هذه منطقة الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا هي رقم واحد في العالم في الكوارث والمصائب. الحقيقة الثانية أن أغلب الكوارث والمصائب هي بتكون نتيجة قرارات سياسية بتحكم المنطقة وعلى أثرها تحدث مصائب، ثم يأتي العمل الإنساني يعالج الآثار السلبية الإنسانية لهذه القضية السياسية. إن العمل الإنساني ما يكون رياكتيف ولكن يكون برو اكتيف في المصدر الذي يسبب الكوارث وهو القرارات السياسية. كيف يمكن لجمعيات الصليب الأحمر في الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا بالتحديد أن تتدخل في تقليل الكوارث من منبعها وليس بعد حدوثها. شكرا.
موضوع جيد في أن تعالج المشكلة قبل حصولها، وطبعا هذا احنا دائما نتمناه أن ما تحدث المشكلة، أن تكون لها حل مسبق. طبعا بمواصلة تقرير منطقة الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا نعطي الأخ
في هذا الزمن القصير لا يمكنني أن أسرد جميع الأنشطة التي يقوم بها الهلال الأحمر المغربي، ولكن سأنكب على إبراز
وبعدين الايميديت ريسبونس، فعندنا برنامج الايميديت ريسبونس والكوردينيشن مع الاوثوريتيز زي ما يعني كلنا عارفين، الكوردينيشن مع الدوله نفسها مع الهيئات في الدوله.
making this meeting to consult with each other, to talk with each other about the challenges that we have in so many, about 2 million volunteers, youth volunteers, and also 750,000 active volunteers inside the country, that they are trying to prepare and render the humanitarian services to the people inside the
fundamental principles. And then we looked at innovations. What does that mean really at the community level, in the issues and trends that are affecting, and how this resilience that is born at the community level can be adopted by our national societies and pushed out there as an element of our ongoing program. This really serves as a unity of effort to really demonstrate internally and externally that we are united in tackling the challenges that our national societies are facing. That's what national societies keep highlighting as a priority. Second is part of the overall strategy is also disaster management strategy. And we have a very active advisory group, disaster management advisory group, which is chaired by Kuwaiti Red Crescent, participated by Iranians, Saudis, Qataris, Moroccans, United Arab Emirates, and others. They're very active. They want to see the results. They're putting, of course, by the Lebanese Red Cross too. They're pushing forward the agenda. They want to see the elements in place.
Perhaps next year they will go to Syria. What can I do? I'm thinking to see how I can manage to maintain my service and my activity. How I can manage not to face any problem directly. And this is very important for us to have a strategy for a long term, but it can be updated with a steering committee from the MENA zone to follow the strategy, to update, to share. It will be very important.
How much this strategic plan match with the Federation 2020? Because I didn't hear anything about it. We didn't mention the Federation Strategy 2020. Thanks.
Other elements that bond us together, 70 national societies in Middle East and North Africa. Thank you. That's a good comment. Any other comments or conclusions before I probably pass to Elias and Mr. Ibrahim for their remarks? I thank you very much.
Maybe Ibrahim will touch on these things. Before I close and give to Ibrahim, just Matthias, I did not hear you, and if you have any commentary you want to, of course, there are other channels to benefit from your guidance, but if on the spot now, a quick remark, we are all disposed.
Strategy, and having discussed it a bit with Elias and Anwar before, I think this process is trying to interpret 2020 in the current situation in the Middle East. It's about trying to, because Strike 2020 have put a number of strategic objectives and how the societies could reflect that. With the growing situation in the Middle East now, you need to have a new interpretation in the Middle East compared to what have been discussed before 2 or 3 years ago. As Anders said, nobody would have imagined that the region will go through this situation 2, 3 or 4 years ago. So this is a new interpretation of that. It's not adding a new document or trying to create a new process within the region. Second, very clear from the presentation what's happening around us, there is a number of challenges in front of us. The first one is the resource challenge. There's a widening gap between the needs, humanitarian needs in the region and the resources. Every day, and we have seen that in Iraq, we have seen that in Syria, we have seen that in Libya, serious challenge to the societies at the national level, to the societies at the regional level, and to the global movement of all ourselves, facing a serious gap, growing gap